I know what you're going to say. I know what all three of you are going to say. I never even made a second video to my last Donkey Kong, but I have this problem called a short attention span. Also, I have never beaten that game before, and well, I think the reason for that being is because I don't really like that game all that much. I think I found my problem though, is that I've been trying to pick games that like I don't normally play for a bit of a surprise, kind of figure out as you figure out kind of thing. But um, the thing about it is that I should really play games that I've beaten before, because they're games that I like. So, I mean, obviously, this is probably the 13th time I've played through this game, and I know it up and down. Oh, excuse me. And, basically, of a lot easier of a time doing it. Because, well, to the best of my ability, I'll be able to talk during playing, since I have, beaten this so many times. A lot of it is almost like, clockwork. Especially at the beginning, I've done the first temple at least like 50 times. As a kid, I used to beat the first temple and then restart the file, and then beat the first temple, dungeon, and then restart. Just because that was the only one I really felt comfortable doing. So, hopefully, I'll actually be able to play through this game without stopping or taking too long of a break. But who knows? I mean, not like I have much of a fan base anyways. And there's always my short videos. I don't know, Donkey Kong, it's one of those games for me that you want to play every now and then, and you play it for like a few minutes, and you're like, well, I mean, that was pretty fun, I guess I'm gonna move on to something else now. It's not necessarily Donkey Kong. By the way, I mean, it's one of those games. It's one of those games that you've never beaten, but you've always liked playing. That's more the category it falls under for me. But it can be completely opposite for some people. Anyways, yeah, so this should be fun. It probably won't be like, I'll get all the heart pieces or everything. I'll just play through it, just kinda screwing around, just casually playing. Trying to find out things to talk about in long cutscenes such as this. I was actually thinking about speeding it up, but, yeah, it's almost over anyways. Alright, I just had to check a certain shortcut real quick. Speaking of speeding up, I had to figure out how. I guess to speed this up, I'm going to skip through cutscenes. Hi Clover, or Yahoo, hi whatever. I don't want to talk to you, because, I don't know. Limit FPS on Project 64. Okay, maybe it'll just be during cutscenes. Never mind. I'm surprised I did not get hurt during that. This is a game that I used to play for hours on end as a kid, but I didn't actually beat it until a few years after I got it. Just mainly because when I was younger, I was kind of actually afraid, almost, to play games. Like, actually play them, try to beat them. Oh, that's kind of weird. Until I realized that they're actually not all that bad. I just never thought that like I was able to actually beat a game. It always seemed like such a foreign concept. But then I kind of realized like, well, games are made for human beings, and I am in fact a human being. So therefore, I must be able to beat a game. Although that logic has been proved wrong before. Oh, sorry. Because I'm not the best at all games, actually. Some games I'm really bad at. But I guess shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I mean, everyone isn't good at some games, I guess. But right now, I'm just collecting rupees so I can buy that stupid shield. That I could probably actually make. I probably have already made one. Link has made one in his history of being alive. But I recommend getting a sword first, just so you can actually collect rupees. Yeah, in Majora's Mask, which I probably will finish, there's actually this problem I have where I have to get spring water in the bottle, and my bottle's full with the mushroom, and it just kind of annoys me because I have to like empty it and like Kotake and then her stupid shop. And I was going to make another video, and then I really that happened, and I just didn't want to anymore. Plus the stupid time mechanic. I'm glad they took that out in later games. I could go back in time and just, lose the mushroom, but I was in the mood to just kind of continue on with the game, not do side tasks, which kind of inevitable with this Zelda game. But then whatever. That's also a game I've never, well, like, I've beaten it kind of. I just haven't done Iconic Canyon. That's the only dungeon on that game I haven't beaten. I mean, I know that's actually kind of saying a lot. It's only 4 dungeons. Like, if it was on Ocarina of Time, if I didn't beat, like, the Donka's Cavern, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, it's just harder. Or maybe it's just in my imagination. Who knows? Ocarina of Time though, I mean, maybe it's too easy and that's why I'm actually good at it. I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider myself like a good gamer or not. If I'm good at games or not. Because it's like, I feel like I am and I do things that a good gamer would only be able to do. But sometimes I just have such epic fails that it's just like, and it's not just like once or twice, like I'll actually get stuck on this one part and it's just so easy. And I don't know, it's just sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. I'm actually really liking the speed up option I have on this emulator. I wish I had it on the actual game so I can skip through all the scenes, because like it's cool, the first, even second, maybe third time, but after about 10 times you just want to not see it anymore. Alright, that might get a little bit of time to get used to. I'm using a controller that has left and right bumper and left and right trigger, and my target and shield button is both, well, the target is left bumper, the shield is left trigger, so I have to, I'm used to, you know, one being in one hand, one being in the other. But I can't have that since this is, no, don't do that. Yeah, no crap, I just did it. Anyways, this is a controller modeled after a Xbox controller. So I may not have the C6, I mean the C buttons, but I have to do it in the analog stick. And we already know how that turned out in Majora's Mask. So I kept trying to like switch between the different weapons quickly, and it would like mess me up. I'd like start looking at him and like take out my ocarina or something in the middle of battle. And it was just really nerve-wracking. I mean, maybe in this game it wouldn't be so bad, but jeez, I tell ya, it's just... Anyways, I'm thinking about cutting the time down to about 10-ish minute episodes, just so I can not have to sit there for hours on end, editing video. Which would bring us to the end of this video next time. We're going to continue on with this dungeon, I guess. Hopefully that's not too far away.